As the characters played by Taron Egerton and Jurnee Smollett continue their investigation into arson, Smoke Episode 2 concludes with a significant plot twist. Dave from Egerton and Michelle from Smollett were looking for two suspects for serial arson on the West Coast in the first episodes of the crime television series. One of their suspicions takes pleasure in preying on regular people. In Episode 1, a contented couple is the victim of his crime. Another likes to burn down establishments, especially supermarket aisles that sell potato chips. Freddy is introduced as the first of these criminals in Episode 1, setting a couple's home on fire after witnessing them enjoying themselves together. In both episodes, Dave and Michelle discuss a variety of potential suspects for the other arsonist on the Apple TV Plus program. This ultimately results in a heated conflict between Michelle and Scotty, while Dave draws inspiration for his novel from their inquiry. But the bombshell revelation that occurs in the last moments of Episode 2 will determine the course of the show for the remainder of its run. The unidentified arsonist hobbles into a shop to burn it down as Episode 2 draws to a close. He is seen carrying some of the incendiary tools he used to ignite fires in Episode 1 as he moves. Nevertheless, a last-minute pan to his face by the camera reveals that Dave is the arsonist. This changes the show's setting because Egerton's character is actually the one behind some of the more horrific attacks the series has depicted so far, even though he works as an arson investigator. However, it appears that he is closer to being apprehended than he believes, even though he has taken great care to hide his tracks. After shooting Scotty earlier in the episode, Michelle speaks with Steven outside a club in her last scene in Episode 2. As she discusses the case, she says she is certain he is not their arsonist because she thinks the time he spent constructing a bunker in the woods will make up for all the time he has been away. When Steven inquires about any other suspects, particularly ex-firefighters, she responds that she has just one. Their conversation takes place just before it is revealed that Dave is the arsonist they have been searching for the entire time. It appears from the framing of the scene that Michelle believes he is the true cause of the fires. It's unclear how she knew this, but it appears that the arson investigator hasn't done as much cover-up as he believed. This sets the stage for her to investigate his life further and possibly find out her suspicion about him was right. Michelle, who views Scotty as a suspect, decides to go to his remote home in the woods by herself in order to find out the truth. Instead, she discovers a bunker filled with BDSM gear and an entire arsenal of firearms. Because of her suspicion that he is the arsonist, she shoots Scotty in both legs when he gets home. But she lies to ATF about what happened and calls in the shooting when she knows he won't have time to construct his bunker and start fires. Although she entered Scotty's property without a warrant and without being aware of all the firearms he possessed, what she tells ATF gives the impression that Scotty was at fault. The reality about what transpired may make Michelle's next move more difficult, even though it means the show's criminal investigation won't focus on him as a suspect anymore. There is no evidence beyond their mutual word regarding what transpired at his house, so if the case is reopened, it may end up being another issue for her in the future. Freddy begins to experience some significant life upheavals as Michelle appears to be aiming for Dave. Specifically, Episode 2 shows him attempting to obtain a managerial job at the behest of Brenda, a fan of his at his fast food establishment. According to Episode 1, he set fire to his home because he was unhappy with his life, which he is currently attempting to address in a less harmful and healthier manner. After getting a job interview, he gets a haircut at Brenda's salon. Freddy's path indicates that he does not want to be stuck at his current position indefinitely, even though it is unknown how his job interview will proceed. He now has the chance to break free from his daily routine, which was previously only broken by the fires he started. It's unclear what this means for his illegal behavior, especially since Dave appeared to be pursuing him after receiving a description in Episode 1. The outcome of his next interview will probably determine the course of his development. Regarding Dave, his last two scenes with his family show the growing hostility between them. Ashley, his wife, reveals that their kid Emmett would be distraught to find out that his true father is leaving far away. Later on, he will be eligible for free tuition, but he will have to live with Ashley and Dave full-time, which he does not want because he dislikes his stepfather. In one of the last scenes, Emmett lashes out at Dave, who eventually steps outside before losing all control. His use of arson as a stress-relieving mechanism seems to be triggered by this family dispute at the end of the episode. But it doesn't address the growing hostility between him and Emmett, who obviously despise each other. The little incidents in Dave and Freddy's lives serve as justifications for their crimes, even while Smoke's larger image concentrates on the arson attacks they are carrying out. It's only a matter of time until the protagonist and his stepson's quarrel is brought up again,